Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each.
This week we have a very survivor biased shrine, unfortunately, so I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 because the 3 points that are missing could have really done with some good killer perks. We have perks from the Hag, Cheryl, Jill and the Oni. Those perks are Hex the Third Seal, Repressed Alliance, Counterforce and Zanshin Tactics. Let's get into the survivor perks first. Our first survivor perk is Repressed Alliance. After repairing a generator for 45 seconds, while repairing a generator alone, use E to block that generator for 30 seconds. This is what it looks like in-game. This perk is kind of a mixed bag. If you know how to use it well, then I'd say it's very strong. If you don't know how to use it, then I'd say it's gonna completely sabotage your games. I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I think it has the potential to be really strong when you use it in a team setting where you're trying to control the gens and you've got a lot of pressure on the map. But if you're using in solo queue, often it can screw another teammate over or it can really change the momentum of the game in a negative way. However, this is a licensed perk from Cheryl, so it is 100% worth picking up whether you use it or not. Our next survivor perk is Counterforce. When the trial starts, you earn 1 token. Whenever you cleanse a totem, earn another token, and then you see the aura of the furthest totem for 14 seconds. Each token you cleanse totems 25% faster. This is what it looks like in-game. I'm going to give Counterforce a 7 out of 10. It goes really strong with other totem cleansing perks that you can put in your build, or you can just run it as a standalone because it shows you a huge amount of information and it just makes cleansing the map really, really good. And with today's builds, with a lot of killers, there are loads and loads of Hex totem builds, so this is really, really strong against that. On top of that, Jill is licensed, so 100% this is worth picking up, even if you don't run totem cleansing builds. It may be OP one day, so it's super worth picking up. Also, it's really important to remember, the only way that you're going to be able to pick up licensed characters' perks is if you buy them with real life money or if you get them in the shrine and purchase them with your shards. Let's get into the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Hex the Third Seal. When the trial starts, a dull totem ignites. Whenever you damage a survivor with a basic attack or a special attack, they gain blindness. This applies up to 4 survivors. This is kind of what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Third Seal a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's super strong because you need to have a Hex build to make it work and be really, really strong, but I also don't think it's super weak. Blindness is still a really good effect to put on survivors and makes you stronger as a killer. Unfortunately, this perk is from the Hag, and that means that it's not licensed, and the Hag is one of the oldest characters to have been introduced into the game. You will be much better off buying the Hag in full and getting all 3 of her perks by leveling her up in the Blood Web. Also, she has 2 really good other perks to get. Our fourth and final perk is Zanshin Tactics. Within 32 meters, you see the auras of pallets and windows. Whenever a survivor drops a pallet, you see their aura for 5 seconds. This is what it looks like in-game. I'm going to give Zanshin Tactics a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's particularly strong unless you have some kind of build where you destroy pallets really quick or you don't get stunned by pallets much, because the ability to see a survivor drop a pallet for 5 seconds is great. The aura thing, it's wonderful. But you still have to kick that pallet, which will take you at least 2 seconds. So I don't think it's that good, and you don't really need to see the auras of pallets and windows because you're a killer and that's not really something that is information that you require. So I personally wouldn't run it in any of my builds, but I can kind of see a world where if you combine it with other perks, it can be a bit strong and give you some pretty valuable information. Unfortunately though, the Oni is another one of the older characters that they introduced into the game, so it's much better if you just get him with your shards in full and then you get all of his perks by leveling him up in the Blood Web. So to recap this week, we want to pick up both of the survivor perks and we want to stay away from both of the killer perks. Hopefully next week we get all 4 of the perks and that'd be great. See you then. Bye.